I mean, hey, it wouldn't really be much of a fight. Like, okay, just let him run the country for a few years, and we will win that way.
Yeah.
I think that, like, the problem is that we still have a lot of agriculture in the South, which is why we wouldn't want to just lose it.
Right. This is why we fight for to keep the South around.
Because, like, I mean, that's pretty much all it has.
Yeah.
It's, like, worthy for the rest of the country. But I think we could, like, forego, like, 2 or 3 states. Like, give him, like, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. Like, let that be his country. And
I don't know. I like vacationing in Florida. It's a nice place.
Not giving up any parts. Not to Trump.
Oh, no. Yeah. No, we can't.
Not even
MAGA land?
Not even what's the worst state in the union?
Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama.
No offense to Alabama.
Not even Alabama. You can't even have Alabama, Donald Trump.
Really?
No.
That's big words.
That's patriotism. Darn it.
No, you know what that is, mother effer? That's patriotism.
Wait, and just to be clear, Tommy Tuberville is one of the senators who he used to coach Auburn. He's a football coach.
Yeah, I know who he is.
I feel like he came up with like some kind of football analogy when he decided to object despite the insurrection happening around him. Like, you don't get to the 1 yard line and just. I feel like that kind of was going through his mind.
So they keep saying you'll remember where you were when this happened. So, like, how did you all find out about the coup?
I was at work, and it's been a very slow week, so I've just been looking for things to do. Happened to look online and saw what was going down, so I started watching live video, and I was like, oh my God. What a week.
I was visiting my mom, which, she's alone a lot. I'm glad I was there. That probably would have, like, riled her up a little. So I'm glad I was there to sort of keep... I'm glad I was there because I didn't really want to be alone either because it was pretty unnerving stuff to watch.
Yeah. I'd agree with that. Sheila?
So I am an old dork. Like, and so how I found out this was happening was I was in my office and I was working on a letter, and I had C-SPAN on. I was watching C-SPAN because I knew this was going... That's why I said I'm old.
Are you 400 years old?
And so I knew that this was going to be a monkey show, and so I wanted to see what all these representatives were saying. And the guy, I'm just, like, typing away. Like, I'm listening. I'm not watching. I'm listening. And the next thing I know, there's, like, no audio. And, like, I look over, and the audio's been cut, and you see somebody come in and tell the speaker, the guy who's speaking from Ohio, they're like, you've got to get... And everyone's, like, flooding out of the back of the door. I'm like, what is going on?
Right.
So, I mean, because C-SPAN just completely cut, like, you could still see the live feed, but there was no sound. And so I waited a little bit to see, like, well, maybe, his wife went to labor or something. And then I finally realized, like, no, something's off because everybody's fleeing.
Yeah.
And I start Googling, like, what's happening in the Capitol? And then, that's where I got on to the Washington Post because they had the live riot coverage. So I was watching that, and I was like, this is unreal. So that's when I really felt old, though, was the fact that
you were watching
I was watching C-SPAN.
Yeah, I wouldn't have admitted to that, but that's your thing.
I wanted to know what they were going to say.
Yeah.
Because it was bananas to me, and then it got even more bananas, and, like, it was crazy watching it live because I didn't feel like, oh, no, they're, like, storming the hollow grounds. This is just so atrocious. I was literally like, how did they get in? Like, that was my immediate thought.
That was what Pork and I were saying. It's like the security was a joke. The whole thing. Like, I don't even know how to say the words, but the police let them in.
So
they let them do it.
Yeah, they did. So the summer of 2020, if you followed the news at all, you saw the Black Lives Matter protest. You saw the brutality that these people faced.
Right.
I mean, you saw people being whipped by police and batons and maced down for standing across the street and things like that. So, like, you saw this. It was real. Like, this, they're protesting police brutality and being met with police brutality. It was surreal. And then to see these people take over the Capitol and...
Unchallenged
and, like, standing there, and I was like, why aren't they rounding these people up? And even then, these people were allowed to just leave, to just, like, walk away and go and do their things. And yes, the FBI is going to try to catch you, they can, whatever. But if this had been any other kind of
If it had been black people, let's just say
Yeah.
it, if it had been black people,
who were armed and taking over the Capitol,
there
would have been
bloodbath.
shots fired.
It would have been a bloodbath. But, I think it's poetic justice that this happened on the week of our 10th anniversary because it really personifies what Smells Like 90s Rock is. The first part of the day was glorious. We found out the Democrats took control of the Senate. We have the supermajority.
Well, see, I didn't find that out until after I already
Right.
saw it because I was like, again, watching live.
But so we find that out, and then, that's when the show is great. We love being here. We're doing a great job. And then what happened afterwards is like all the other times
bedlam.
on the show where it's just like a train wreck and we would just want to go home.
But this was like a bad train wreck.
Yeah, but that I think it perfectly personified Smells Like 90s Rock.
An insurrection?
No,
the day.
the day.
Oh.
It started out good, which is like when the show is really good. Stop talking.
Really
Just
bad.
listen to me. When the show's really good and everything's going well and we're enjoying it and everything's great, and then what the insurrection was like when the show is a train wreck and stuff stops working and you can't play anything and everything just falls apart.
I'm not sold on your metaphor, but I will get back to you.
You're a weirdo.